Hello everybody, and welcome to Andrew Broussard Watercolors. Today I'm going to play around with Western watercolors, a squirrel mop, and a rigger brush, and try to paint some shrimp or prawns in the Chinese style. So in front of me I have a 8x10 square of some unknown paper. Pretty sure it's 100% cotton, but it's kind of just for me to experiment and play around with. So with my squirrel mop, I'm going to mix up a nice mixture of ultramarine and burnt umber. And the reason I'm using these two colors is to essentially emulate the dark ink of the Chinese brush painting. So once I have it good and dark, but also have it watery, I'm going to go to it. With this, I found this in a book at lunch. It's Chinese brush painting by Danny Hanlin Chen. I looked him up online. He is still active on the internet. And if this is something that you're into, give his page check it out. I think he does videos. I'm not sure if they cost anything or not, but from what I saw, he has years of experience underneath him. So hopefully this interests you, and then this is a jump off and sends you down a path of studying underneath an actual teacher in this field. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the prawn head, or the shrimp head, while Hammy jumps from box to box in the top corner. Top of the head and the bottom of the head. Now, there is a little flick of the wrist that seems to take place. So this is the number 1 rigger. And I'm going to have that come in there. That's kind of the pointy top of the head. And I'm going to repeat this body shape, or this stroke, and that's going to be the segmented part. Then I'm going to come from the other direction to do the tail. Another stroke in that direction for the middle of the tail, the little flappers, little feet, taking the number 1 rigger. And we have the feelers. I don't know the name for those. So if you know what that would be called, let me know. I'm curious. I believe some shrimp have multiple pointy guys coming off. You could try to get an even darker mix. And try not to rely on straight black, because I know a lot of people avoid that. We'll put 2 dots for the eyes. And then to make it prawny, creepy multi-jointed legs. Let's go up, down, give it another joint. And I believe prawn will have little claws that they use to kind of feed themselves with it. In Louisiana, we have shrimp. I've never eaten a prawn. I don't think I have. But seeing shrimp and crawfish, I know they have these legs in the front, but definitely not as big. I feel like this is more Oriental style. Could be mistaken. I know that crawfish, we obviously have the big claws on them. That's something that I'll kind of explore and play with in another video. Okay, so let's do one looking down at the back. So go back of the head, back of the body, longer for the tail, a little flipper, the smaller feet along the body, the pointed part in the front. We'd have the dark eyes, but I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that with wet and watercolor, Western. we'll do the feelers. And then we'll continue with the very alien three-jointed legs. Compositionally, I haven't put much thought into it. I was like, oh, I want to film this. I want to see where this goes. So we'll just lay a few of these over each other, and we'll just play around. Let's have another one here. Not as exaggerated with the tail. The sharp end. Have that come out here. The creepy three-jointed legs. So I paused it for a moment to kind of take a look, and we have the 3 prawn out there, and I'm thinking we'll kind of leave it at that. Variation in the wash would definitely be an asset, and doing lighter washes and darker washes would help give a 3D effect. So I'll come back and I'll do another video in that regard. But so while I had to pause, I realized we'll just leave the whole Chinese-Japanese element of that negative space there. We could start playing around and actually put grass in and play around with those aspects. But we'll stop at that. Maybe a few very flowy with hooks in it. Yeah, okay, that's a lot better. Instead of just going straight out, kind of out and curling. And then we'll leave it at that. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, follow. We'll even put a mat over it and see what it looks like there. And if you have any questions, comments, let me know down below. If you'd like to support this channel, I do have the Patreon account that you can sign up for. I do have exclusive content up there, and I do have you know, just some other stuff up there for y'all. And there you go. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to y'all soon.